All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Listen, I got to tell you, I'm particularly proud of myself on this trip. I was out a little late last night. I was with my wife and my daughter. We broke free from Cancun. We went to this awesome island, Madeira's Island, and it was just phenomenal. Like, you just really can't believe the glory or the beauty of God. Sometimes you can't believe. It's like there's so much more when we wake up with, and heavens knows that I wake up in a beautiful environment. I literally have beauty. But what I was really recognizing on this trip was the beauty that I was waking up with was my wife and surrounded with my daughter, and actually the people that the trip became a part of. The scenery was amazing. Don't get me wrong, and all the things that were going on around us were more than spectacular. And I'm going to take you through a little bit of a slideshow of yesterday so you can see kind of how much fun was had. But man, and today though, I want to tie it in with I am not an imposter. No, it's really me, right? It's really me. It's really you. You are not an imposter. And I think that this road we've been traveling down, it's all a damn trap. And then we find our way into your plane is now departing. Now, your plane is departing. You know, your plane has been delayed. Now you're departing. You know, your plane has been canceled, right? You know, all this is dealing with yourself, your own insecurities, this idea of not having control. And I wanted to really touch on that finally today, because the rest of this week we had been following up on what was called the imposter syndrome. Again, I first heard about this thing several months ago, but I never really kind of dove into it. But as I was leaving and escorting my good friend Gary Arblaster out, I said, you know, you took up all my time with coffee this morning. You got to give me a topic because I've got to go live in 15 minutes. And I was out at the bus saying goodbye to him at 5:15 or something, 5:30 in the morning. And he looked right at me and he said, fulfillment. And I said, Gary, that topic sucks. And he looked at me, he said, okay, well, you asked. And I gave him a hug. And hopefully I'll see him soon. He's a big supporter of mine. I love supporting him. 41 Financial is the name of his company, and he's building an amazing program through the DISC in his own personality traits on how to invest money with your personalities, or what to look for and not to do with your personalities. But more importantly, as I was walking back from that conversation with him, I mean, like, dawned on me, fulfillment, right? What does he mean? I don't even know what he means. The topic didn't suck. It's just that I couldn't put my mind around it. I couldn't put so I started thinking. I sat down, I got the computer, and I typed up the word fulfillment. I realized I couldn't even spell the word fulfillment. A lot of you saw that show. So long story short, I figured out, fulfillment of fulfilling an order. I'm the best in the world at exceeding your expectations for a speech or a product or a service. I love to serve people. One of my biggest companies titled Pay Serve. We pay people and we serve as Christ led the church. So I fulfill in that regards, but I don't feel fulfilled inside. And as I dug into fulfillment from that perspective, I'm like, why don't I feel fulfilled? I mean, I've had so much, I've done so much, I've been with so many people. There are times I feel fulfilled, but on a going basis, it's a struggle at times, and you have to tell yourself, what is it? Are you good enough? Not good enough? And so as I dug into it, I realized that this imposter syndrome is a tendency that I lean towards at times, and it's a tendency that high achievers lead towards on many, many occasions. And I'm dealing with you. You're a high achiever. And so it hits on me that, man, if I'm dealing with something like this, not being good enough, content not being good enough, not actually every time I get off the stage, I feel like, man, I could have do better. Those are all healthy thoughts, but they're not healthy if they take over your self-being or your life, and you can't feel fulfilled and you can't feel like you're good enough. So the imposter syndrome thing really resonated with me. And I am not an imposter. I'm just going to read this because I've been studying this for 3 days now, and I wrote lots of notes on it. I do love you guys, and I think about you. And I'm going to give you the 7 things that we need to do to overcome this tendency of having imposter syndrome or imposter phenomenon. It was a 1970 discovery. It's not a psychological trait. It's not a diagnosis. It's just a way of really qualifying a certain type of insecurities or not being able to fulfill your fulfillment side. Maybe they should call it the Todd Saylor syndrome. I don't know. But, I think that it's very important. I think it's very important, very exciting for me. When I was 25 and 35, I'm trying to find my way. It's one thing to feel like you got this not good enough. I get it, man. I get it. I like this epic father who walked out of the house and the clouds parted. Everything he did, he won at. He didn't have to really work so hard at it. I've had to grind. I mean, I've just not had that what they call a shithouse Rosie thing, where some people are just blessed. The world just kind of falls at their feet. I'm a grinder, man. I'm a plotter. It seems like maybe those things happen, and they do happen for me because I really believe it. I manifest it. I work it. I do the reps for it. I'm very focused at it, and that's one of the things we obviously are teaching in the Wire Differently Coaching Academy. But I want you to understand that if a guy like me who has accomplished arguably even more than his father now at the age of 57, which he thought he would never, ever walk in his father's shoes, let alone measure up in some category at all. So my point, if I can feel that way, right, we need to celebrate the fact that it's okay for you to feel that way. And so that's what I want to share with you, that you're not alone in this imposter theory. So I'm going to give you these 7 tips I've got here, plus a bonus. So up to 82% of people facing feelings of imposter phenomena struggle with this sense, haven't earned what they've achieved, and are a fraud. Up to 82% of people, high achievers, people, face feelings of imposter phenomena, struggling with the sense they haven't earned what they've achieved and are a fraud. So when you think about where do I fit in this, I don't feel like sometimes I haven't earned everything. Like, wow, how could I? Especially when you come over here to arguably a third world country in many, many regards, and people are walking around here, and I found out that they make $12 a day on payroll, right? Man, these people are working harder than me right now. You should see the way they work, and they have smiles. And I'm not trying to categorize them. I'm just saying that, have I really earned what I have? And so that plays on the struggle. What they've achieved in the these feelings can contribute to increased anxiety and depression, less risk taken in careers, and career burnout. So, I mean, it is a toll on your soul. There's an ongoing fear that usually experienced by high achieving individuals that they're going to be found out or unmasked as being incompetent or unable to replicate past successes. Huge thought there. Can you do it again? Were you lucky? You know, I know a lot of you, I'm going to get this banner put back on because I'm sorry. This is a really big day for comments. I really want comments today, and I've got to get comments up here because I want to help you. I want to talk to you about this stuff. Where is my, what is going on here? I want to get comments. I'm not getting comments. What in the heck? Brand, theme. Let's slide this bad boy over. Here we go. Comments. Hi, Jason. I know you had mentioned that this is something that maybe you deal with at times. Good morning, Madeline. Good morning, Luther, Captain Luther. Alyssa, you're here. I know you're a young lady, Alyssa, and I think it's common. You know, how can you achieve what your father's achieved? So there's an ongoing fear that usually experienced by high achieving individuals that they're going to be found out or a fraud. You're not a fraud, right? What you've achieved is what you've achieved. You know, while people commonly collateralize this as imposter syndrome phenomenon, experience a better term because imposter syndrome is not clinically endorsed. It's not a clinical. It's especially prominent among people with underrepresented identities. For example, people who work in the study predominantly white environments wrestle with imposter feelings at high rates, either contending with their things. So this thing is a climate situation too, is whereas if you're around high achievers and you're not achieving as high as them, or maybe you're in a discriminated class code of person and you're around other high achievers that are not of your same culture, you tend to measure yourself by them. And I think that's really what Wired Differently is all not about. Wired Differently is us. You know, my elevator pitch or my morality statement would be, I will help you make your fortune from what you have, right? And so we want to exonerate this. And I just want to let you know I am not an imposter. And I think I say that because I want you to say that. And how can I demonstrate to myself? How do I have to reaffirm myself? And I just wanted to kind of take you through some fun stuff this morning that things are going on. And I wanted to tell you that, let's see here. Here we go. I wanted to take you through how could I be an imposter? You know, this morning there's a picture of me. So the audio wasn't there. I'm sorry, I took myself off of this. So let me go back real quick. I'm sorry. Um, so part of my imposter syndrome is like I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to think about it. I'm trying to learn for you guys. I'm taking notes right here. Here are my notes. And I realized that this man right here walks up to me. I've never seen him before in my life. I don't know who he is. And he walks over to me and says, "Are you Todd Saylor?" And I said, "Yes, I'm Todd Saylor." He goes, "Well, my name is uh, not Pat, but Matt Malarney." I said, "Okay, I know your family." He says, "I know you. You're Todd Sill." I said, "Great. Well, how can I be an imposter if Matt Malarney can travel all the way across the country, sit down and see me having a cup of coffee? I am not an imposter." I want to take you through some of these images to help you realize what is it in your life that you have to actually realize that you are good enough in some form or any form. What is it that you have to realize that you are good enough? Right? We do need to strive to become better. I'm not telling you that. But when we get this self-doubt and this negativism, it doesn't allow us to strive forward. We have this fixed mindset that maybe we can't get better or we're not good enough. I want to change that for you right now. I want you to understand some things. So when you look at a picture like this, or someone says hello to you, "Hi, Todd Saylor, I know you from such and such," take stock in that. That's inventory, right? That's inventory of like, you are the real deal. You are not an imposter. You do not have this syndrome. And if you do, this tendency, you need to work on it. How can I think for a moment that I am not good enough or I'm not secure enough? How can I think for a moment that I'm an imposter when these people are here with me on this beautiful island? How can I for a second stay unhealthy in this mindset? You are not an imposter, right? You are not an imposter. How about this lady right here? She is for reals, right? This lady right here is for reals. We met her on the island, and she goes up and down the island all day long. How could she be an imposter? How could she feel less than others? Well, she's in an environment with overachievers, right? And every day she has to work with people who probably make hundreds and thousands of dollars a year, certainly compared to maybe her lifestyle or income. I talked with her with a translator, and I asked her if she'd ever been off the island, and she said no. I asked her, we bought several of these things, trinkets from her. I asked her, how long did it take her to make one of these with a translator? And she said, it takes her one full day to make one of those keychains, right? She is not an imposter. She is truly hers. And I would probably guess that she has more self-esteem than most of people that aren't realizing who and how and what they're doing and maybe dealing with imposter syndrome. We are who we are. This is just another nice thing I just wanted to share with everybody. This is a beautiful island that we were on. Here's another beautiful shot where we were on. This guy might be an imposter. So listen, not to go, I think he is an imposter. He thinks that he is a Detroit Lion. He thinks that if he puts on a mask, nobody will know who he is, and he can come out and be wired differently. He can literally be an alter ego, which is something we really need to talk about with this syndrome or this identity thing. Is, sometimes, when we're feeling this way, we have to just push through it. We don't need other people to know that we have this insecurity. And we need to know that we're really not insecure. We're just insecure in that moment. And then we need to push through that. And sometimes it's okay to put on a mask and say, and be who you really are, not who the tendency or the imposter syndrome is making you. This is another just great picture of my wife and I on the ocean. We were just so happy right there. This is real. There's no imposter here. You are successful. You have pictures of your family. You have things going on in your life. This is no joke, man. And this here is the last a funny slide here. This guy, we were buying some trinkets and things off the road there, and he was a really aggressive 16-year-old salesman, and I just fell in love with him. I wish we could bring him back and make him a salesperson. But he was kind of funny because after everything got done, I had my daughter beside me, and I showed you this is Kara right here. And after we got done, I bought a few things, and he said something to his buddy, and his buddy laughed, and he laughed. I said, "Hey, of course, if you're in another country and they're talking around here about you and they laugh, you're like, hey, what did he say? What did he say?" And the guy said, "Oh, let me see." So he got in his phone and he translated the word that this 16-year-old boy had said and put it on his phone, and he held it up, and he said, if you can read it, it says father-in-law. So the question was, the man that was translating said, "What is this man to you?" And he was pointing to me, and the young man said, "He is my father-in-law." And he was referring to wanting to marry my daughter, Kara. And so that was the father-in-law, and there she is. She did not marry him. She actually had 2 proposals while we were on the island. I was called father-in-law twice, so it must be a thing. Beautiful island. So anyways, I just want to take you through that and kind of let you know, man, there are things in our life that we have to recognize. It uses collateral for our own imposter syndrome. I'm not going to beat it up because I really understand that the most important thing I'm telling you today is that I know you feel insecure sometimes. I mean, that's just the bottom line. And I need you to know that I feel insecure too. And whether you call it imposter syndrome, or you call it your flight is now departing and you don't know how you're going to react, or you're just tired of the damn trap being set and you having to fall for it. I just want you to know it's okay, right? But it's not okay to stay in it. We can't achieve the things that we want to achieve in life if we stay in this place of self-doubt, this place of imposter syndrome, this place of a high achiever not understanding why they feel that way. Well, now you understand it's a tendency. It's a way that 88% of high achievers feel this way. You're not alone. You need to know that man, that woman, that person you're across the table from that's kicking ass and taking names and is on the damn Instagram, on the Facebook, and now me, I'm one of those guys you're looking at and you're taking advice from. I'm one of those 88% successful people, right, that don't feel good enough. And so you need to understand, when you feel that way, it's not real. You need to separate that, because you need to move forward. You need to be able to do the things you need to do for your life, your wife, your husband, your family, your partners. You have to move forward. You have to address it. So I'm going to take you through these 7 steps real quick here, and we're going to get out of here on a Friday. So number 1, how do I overcome imposter syndrome? How do I overcome inferiority? How do I overcome this tendency? Well, first of all, I want you to understand that this is generally built around what's called a fixed mindset, thinking that sometimes we just can't get any better, that God gave us certain generalities and we're never going to be able to overcome them. That's just not true. God designed us in his image. God designed us on his image, regardless of whether we've accepted Christ in our heart or not. I have a whole 3rd book I wrote about this, Your Will Be Done. But he did design us in your image, in his image. And as we're born, we stay in his image, and he takes care of us. And at some point, he just basically says, okay, your mind is up and running. I designed it in my image. Now go get it, kick some tail. But I'd really like to come with you. So accept Jesus into your heart so we can go out and do this world together. And I can actually create some type of filter in your subconscious and help guide you in what's good and bad and evil and not evil, right? I really would like that. But anyways, I've designed you in my own image. So I know that your mind has plasticity in it, right? Neuroplasticity in it. I've created you to become better for times. I've created you to become who you want to be. Now, all the environmental things don't line up, or the economy things aren't going to always line up for you. But at the end of the day, we've got the tools to get it done. So I need you to understand, if you're not believing in that, you need to start believing in that so you can move out of this inferiority or this imposter syndrome feeling. You have the tools. And my job as a coach is to bring those tools out of you so you can conquer those things, right? So you can be that person, so you can leverage that, so you're not feeling that way. If you're stuck in that situation, right, you just can't move out. You can't move out or around it. So number one, learn the facts. Anything you feel insecure about, learn the facts. Are you really not? Are you really not knowing, or you're just inferior in the mindset right now? Go learn the facts. Now you understand that 88% of all high achievers feel the way you feel at any given time with this tendency called imposter syndrome. Learn the damn facts. Go figure out what the statistics are. Go figure out how long it should take you to do something. Just find out that you just crushed it and did it in twice the time someone else did. Go out and find the facts, right? Go out and find the facts, how things get done. Find the facts. If you could find the facts. Good morning, Matt Raymer. I haven't seen you in a while. I love you, man. Not shaming you. I missed you, right? Number two, share your feelings. Here, I'm sharing the facts with you. I'm sharing my feelings. I feel inferior sometimes. I know you feel inferior sometimes. Don't fake it, man. Just get out there. Just tell your wife, tell your partner, tell your friend. Listen, man, I'm not feeling good right now. I need to go get the facts. I need to figure out what's going on. I need to overcome this, right? Number three, celebrate your successes. I'm going to whip through these. Number three, celebrate your successes. Go get a Tom's Donut. if you succeed at something, go get a Tom's Donut. Matter of fact, if you're in Angola, Indiana by chance, and you want to celebrate success, you walk in there and you say, Todd Saylor said that I get a free donut because I'm celebrating my success, and they will give you a free donut. Celebrate success. Find a way to celebrate success. I love that one. All right. Number four, let go of perfection, right? A great man once told me, Del Toro McNeil, done is better than perfect every time. Done is better than perfect every time. So I want you to understand, done, get it done, get it done. At some point, you just got to get it done. It's not going to ever probably be perfect. It could be closer to perfect, but it's never going to be perfect. So get it done, get it completed, then go back, make adjustments, move on. But listen, that's number four. Number four, let go of perfect. Number five, cultivate self-compassion. Listen, I feel sorry for dogs. I feel sorry for animals. I feel sorry for people. I literally was sharing with you, I feel sorry for the people that are working here for $10 a day. Now, I believe they're happy, right? They're probably happier than a lot of wealthy Americans that are coming down here and spending all their money, right? But at the end of the day, I want you to understand you need to develop and cultivate self-compassion. If you can feel bad for other people, you can feel bad for animals. If you can feel bad for little kittens and abandoned dogs, right? You can feel bad for a lot of these non-for-profits and things. I need you to take that same compassion. I want you to develop it for yourself. Take stock in the fact that you've worked hard at something. Take stock, and if it didn't work out, have a little compassion for yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I mean, I know that I need to be hard on myself sometimes. I do stupid things because I do stupid things. I take big risks and do stupid things sometimes. And sometimes I say, what in the heck? Why did you do that? And so I give myself a little whooping. But at the end of the day, I am treating myself sometimes, and I am saying, man, good job. Good job. That was brilliant. But when you fail in extra efforts or something of that nature, say, man, you tried. You did the right thing. You tried. Now get back, get going. Let's go. You tried. You can't dwell on this. You got to get going, right? Self-compassion. A little bit of self-compassion. Now, I don't want you in a damn pity party because we got stuff to do, right? A damn pity party, something that lasts around and you wallow in your unsuccessfulness and your depression and you cannot have that. You get in and you get out. Self-compassion is trying to understand the way you feel. Give yourself a little grace, just like God would give you. But then you got to get your ass up and you have to go and you have to start over again. And I'm not trying to make this some kind of wokey-dokey situation where I'm just feeling sorry for everybody. I need you to know that I'm still going to be tough on you, but I also want you to know you need some compassion, certainly for others and for yourself. Just don't linger around it. I had to get firm with you right there because I don't want you to think I'm getting soft. Can't let it linger. You got to get up and get going, right? I don't want that. I need you to share your failures. I want you to understand that I fail. You fail. If we're not failing, we're not trying. If we're not getting up and taking risks, we're not going to have the idea of success, right? Small risk, small success. Big risk, big success, right? You know, you're going to fail. I hate failing. And it's not that I don't like losing as much as I don't like the way I feel when I lose. I don't like being less than someone else. I don't like, honestly, I don't like putting myself out there, right, to fail, but I do it constantly because I know I'm supposed to if I want to move myself forward in my personal growth, my spiritual growth, and my profitable growth. And last but not least, in the study, I have put together, hi guys, I'm going to come back and talk to you. The problem is, when I leave my comment section to go to my notes, I can't see comment section, right? I want to talk to you about finally just accepting it, accepting the fact that you are one of these 88% of the people that has insecurities, that doesn't feel like their overachiever status is good enough, right? Well, we got to move through with that. And those are the things that we can do to move through with those feelings of those tendencies of this imposter thinking. You're not an imposter. It's not a personality trait. It's a tendency. It's a thought process of negativism. The condition of feeling anxious and not experiencing success internally, despite being high performing in external objective ways. That is the imposter syndrome. That is this insecurity piece that we've been working on. I put this out here. I don't know if you guys can grab that, but I will put it in the subtext so you can have it. And there's a great article on how we can work through that. So listen, I'm going to go back and check out some comments, and I want to talk to you. Hi, Jason. Appreciate the free donut, but rather celebrate both our success and pay for it. All right, man, you pay for it. You pay for it. We need you there. Oh, look at all these comments. Hi, Luther. Happy Friday. Hi, Madeline. Hi, Jason. Hi, Alyssa. Abby Mavis, I've struggled. Let's see. Oops. What's she say? She says, I've struggled to put this thought into words. Oh, okay. There it is. She's willing to tell you, man. She's a great person. I've struggled to put this thought into words. Thank you. Hello, Alyssa, Matt Raymer. Hi, Jason. These guys are getting back there. It's been a while. Harold. Hey, Harold, good to see you. It's been a while. I want to wrap this up. Charlene Day from South Carolina is where she always, we're designed in his image. Look at what she says here. We are designed in his image. Charlene Day. I know Charlene from FTX. She is amazing, amazing. If you, and I would bet you even she, who is the most positive person I've probably ever met in my life, just a ray of sunshine, amazing. I'll bet you she even feels like she's not good enough sometimes. Hi, Matt Raymer. I can't wait to see I'll be in Angola soon. Let's see. I see some people talking about the Tiki Hut. Man, let's get it done. Yeah, Matt Raymer's talking about it. Get him, Abby. Get him. All right, so listen, everybody, I want to wrap it up. 30 minutes is just too long. Charlene, it's good to see you. Let me get you off of here somehow. Where did you go? Let's just get this down here. Jason, look at that sexy beast right there. ToddSailor.com. All right. Tiki Hut. Click Tiki Hut Retreat. All right, so let's get this thing. Let's sign off. I just want to review this quickly. Hey, there is no question that there's a lot going on here. There is no question that there is this condition of feeling anxious and not experiencing success internally. High performance people fall into this category more than not. 88% of us are high achievers. 88% of us on this call are successfully feeling this unsuccessful thing in our life. But we are, despite being high performing, it's a lie. It's a damn lie. Satan puts these things in your mind. He puts these detractors, right? Hebrews 13:5 says, I will never leave you nor forsake you, for then what can man do to you? You need to have that confidence. You need to pull that scripture up when you're starting to feel this way. You have to go through the 7 steps. You have to go through, learn the facts, share your feelings, celebrate your success, let go of perfection, cultivate self-compassion, share your failures, and accept it. And sometimes, last but not least, as I close right now, we have to just change our environment. There are people in work environments around us that are going to continually flush and create this discrimination mindset or this inferior mindset. If you are in that environment, sometimes we're trapped, I know, but I think it's important that you look for a place that can work around your needs and will help you strive. There's no reason to stay in a work environment that's not going to do anything but feed this imposter syndrome, right? All right. Well, I love you guys. This has been a great go at it. And I am going to get out of here. I'm going to share my closeout. I just got to tell you how much I appreciate everybody. This is the last day from Cancun. It's been an amazing time. And I just can't tell you how much I appreciate everybody and all the comments we're getting and all the fun that we're having here. My wife has put up with me getting up at 4:30 at home, and when we get here, she says, "Why do you got to keep doing? Why do you got to keep doing what we're doing on vacation? What we're doing at home?" And I said, "Well, listen, I enjoy this. I really care about everybody. I really want to be able to share these things, and I'm in the middle of this series, babe. And I really need to complete this. So I'm trying to get this banner off, but I can't find it. Well, here we go. All right, you guys, ToddSaylor.com. Let me be your coach. We have a lot of you coming to the Tiki Hut retreat, and it's going to be amazing. And as you come to the retreat, I'm your coach. I'm taking phone calls from all over the country. I just want to share that with you. Get on the phone with Abby. She'll set up a call with me. And we'll talk about the retreat. We'll talk about what we can do for you. We'll talk about the Wired Differently coaching curriculum and academy that you're going to get this free academy, 52-week coaching process. It's absolutely virtual and absolutely amazing, the virtual MBA. We've pioneered this piece on the marketing side, the deliverance side of it, and you can actually get me as a personal coach as well. So anyways, I just want you to know, we're going to help you with the imposter syndrome. We're going to help you with growing your mind, growing your spirit, and growing your profit. That's what this is about. As you can tell, that's something in my throat here. Thanks for listening to me. I'm going to take this last day and to be with my wife and my daughter. We have one last section. And then so tonight, we're going to get up in the morning, we're going to fly home, and I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to see you, man. I'm ready for the Tiki Hut retreat. I am so excited. I can hardly stand it. I want you to know I want you there. I want to be with you. I want to learn from you. I want to help coach you. I want to help you understand that you are amazing the way God made you. And I want you to understand that sometimes we have to just kind of change exactly where we are to get where we want to be, and we have this mindset to do it. Wired Differently Coaching Academy is going to do it in your entrepreneur mindset. We're going to do it in your business. So let's get it done. I promise you, I will not let you. God bless you guys. Have a great day.